Q&A.
Okay, before I consolidated some questions,
okay.
and they're going to ask you some questions as well. Okay, it seems since the boy is 10. Okay, John, when was the first day that you were thinking, I want to be a WWE superstar?
Back when I was 6 years old. I went to the Great Western Forum in Los Angeles, and I remember I watched The Ultimate Warrior, The Bushwhackers. Hulk Hogan was there also. I wanted to be a pro wrestler on that day because I was there with my dad, and it's something that we still laugh about to this day. So 6 years old.
6 years old. All right. So where's our boy who won the chair? Where's the boy who won the chair?
Go home already.
Just like that.
He took the chair and got up.
Oh, you're right over there. Do you want to be like John Morrison? Yes.
Yes.
Do you have any tips for him?
Yeah.
My main tip is when you get older, please don't beat me up and take my chair.
How about Melina? When did the idea occur to you that you want to be a diva for WWE?
Oh, well, when I was little, I watched wrestling with my brother, but I never thought that I would actually become a wrestler. Like, it never occurred to me in my mind that I could do this. And when I was older, I kind of like did it for a hobby. And when I finally did it for shows and everything, I did it for a hobby because I liked it. And a scout came up and he said, you know what, I think you have what it takes. So when I heard that, I thought, well, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can be a diva. And from that point on, it was my mission. Whether they told me I couldn't make it or not, I was going to make it. I was going to make it whether they told me I could or not. And
Who thinks she can be a diva? You got an opinion on everybody here. Okay. And of course, just now the guys right here, they have just watched the new season for Thumbs Up.
You can see it.
And, okay, before we move on to John, because John, you have prior experience in it, right? Okay, like I'm going to ask you right now. Okay, so how did it feel when you were in?
Tough Enough?
Yeah.
If I could describe Tough Enough in one word, it would be opportunity. It was the biggest opportunity of my life. And for everybody who was on Tough Enough, the episode that you just watched, the biggest opportunity of their lives. To get a foot in the door at World Wrestling Entertainment. Some people spend years, 10 years, 20 years, wrestling in independent leagues to try to get a tryout with WWE. Never, ever getting the chance to actually talk to Stone Cold Steve Austin or Booker T or Bill DeMott. The wisdom and knowledge that they possess is priceless. And the opportunity that the people on Tough Enough have is priceless. And it'll never come again in their lives. But it's also the most difficult time. It was the most difficult time in my life, too. Physically, mentally, psychologically. It's like being in finals week in college for 13 weeks straight. It's like constantly you have to be on physically, mentally, and psychologically. You got to be able to play the game. And if you can play the game and win the game, it pays off big, because that's why I am where I am today, because of Tough Enough. And one person on that show is going to win and be a colleague of ours at the end of the season. And I think that process is fascinating.
Okay, and of course, the winner is going to get a contract from WWE, right?
Yes.
And for your season, who was the winner?
For my season, who was the winner? Oh, I was the winner.
All right. Okay, and of course, right now, okay, other than this, okay, I'm going to ask our diva this question, because just now when we were watching the first episode, they were talking about the lady and say you were Miss USA, and this is not a job for beautiful ladies and everything. What do you think of that? Because you were a Miss California, right?
Well,
What do you think of that?
Well, I think, see, going back to what is Tough Enough, to me the way I describe Tough Enough is exactly what the title is. It shows whether you are tough enough. And no matter how you look like or what your size is or anything, I think you have the opportunity to prove that you are tough enough. So if they're going to judge her because she has a background in pageantry, well, whether she is or not, she has the opportunity to say, hey, I'm more than just a pretty face. Because I know I did. I proved that. And I was also in didn't make it. I didn't make it into the house. So I showed them that I was tough enough, whether I was on the show or not.
Passion!
Yes.
Okay, and of course, this is a very, very important question from that gentleman over there. I'm going to let you have this opportunity to come up. The gentleman, you have a special question for that, right? Because I actually have it in the list, but he have representing Singapore to ask you guys one question. Representing Singapore.
Get a hand for this guy walking up on stage.
Okay, your question for the two of them.
And you got these questions.
Okay.
John, Melina, the question that all the WWE fans here in Singapore is, when is Raw or SmackDown coming down to Singapore?
Yes.
We were here last in 2007, and we are planning on coming back here as soon as possible. It's not on the schedules yet, but we're here because we want it to happen. I think you guys want it to happen.
Yes.
So,
Of course.
I'll be very happy, and Raw or SmackDown will come back to Singapore in the very near future.
And if they are back here, do you want to see John Morrison and Melina? Okay, you want to see them, but let's ask them whether they want to come back. Do you want to come back to Singapore?
Most definitely. Without a doubt.
We've had a great time. We can't wait to come back here as soon as possible.
Okay, thank you.
It's a
Thank
very
you.
good question. Thank you.
They're waiting. Everybody's asking me when is the next time you guys are coming back, and they want to see you in the ring, in action, and everything.
It's not completely up to us, but we both, and a lot of people that I work with too, want to come back here. Everybody on the WWE roster wants to come back here as soon as possible, except for The Miz.
Yeah.
We don't like The Miz. Awesome. And that's the way with The Miz first, huh?
Say what? Okay, how about the gentleman right behind? You have a question for them?
If both of you are not wrestlers, what will you do today?
What will be your second, let's say you got to choose another job or something that you want to do other than this professional job right now?
If I was not a wrestler, I'd like to be like Jackie Chan or Tony Jaa.
Oh,
Martial arts movie star.
yes!
I think if wrestling didn't happen in my life, I probably would have been something in the medical field because I love helping other people. And my mother was a medical assistant, and she always inspired me to be a part of the medical field.
Hey, who thinks John is more good looking than Jackie Chan?
Of course.
Okay, the lady in black, you have a question for them?
For Morrison, I want to know how did you survive your stunts and how did you
How to survive your stunts, and they are really concerned about injury.
Yeah.
I had neck surgery 7 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And, I am a lot better than I was. I'm not completely healed yet. I think I will be ready to return to the ring in another 2 months, hopefully August or September. And when I get back, the first person who
Yes.
I can find is our truth.
Whack that bugger.
Yeah, he's got some payback coming.
Yes!
Yes.
You
Yes.
guys want to see
You
John
should.
take him down?
Yes.
Waiting for that. And yeah, you have a question, right? For
Yeah, Melina, who's like your travel buddy, diva? Yeah, who's your travel buddy? I mean, apart from John, obviously.
John's my own travel buddy.
Oh.
I hang out with all the girls. Like Maris is one. And let's see who else. The twins. And it's like all the girls. I love all the girls. But he's my traveling partner. He's the one I get in this car.
Definitely.
I
Definitely.
used to be really good friends and like to travel with Gail, but it turned out that
Not
Gail
so
Kim
much
is a horrible
anymore.
friend.
Okay, where is the yes?
John, being a WWE superstar, who was your idol?
When I was a little kid, I wanted to be just like Hulk Hogan, except with more hair. As I got older, I really idolized Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, man.
Okay, and we have a question. Yeah, over there. No, okay, yeah.
Oh, man.
It would be Shawn Michaels. I wish I could have one match with Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. I think he can still go. I think he can still outperform 99% of the WWE roster. That's everybody aside from myself. If he would do that, I'd love to have a shot against Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania.
Okay. And he has a very unique question for you.
How long have you been in Singapore and what's your favorite food here?
We've been in Singapore for about 12 hours. Aside from the Frappuccino that I got at Starbucks.
Oh man.
And McDonald's.
We haven't been to McDonald's. We haven't really had much time to get out and experience the food. But we had some mee goreng.
Mee goreng.
That's number one so far. Very good.
You guys gotta give us some feedback. You gotta tell us where the place.
Everybody just shout out.
Satay, man. Satay. Try satay.
Who wants to bring them out for dinner?
I bring Melina.
Those are people waiting to bring them out for dinner. Okay,
Roti prata.
that will be one. Okay, who else have questions? Yes.
How long will you be in Singapore?
We are leaving tomorrow. I wish we had more time.
John, let's go clubbing. Come.
Let's go
Hopefully
clubbing.
we'll come back very soon.
Yes, bro.
Does everyone hate Vince McMahon in real life?
Does
They hate Vince McMahon?
Yeah, they really hate him.
does who
Everybody hit Vince McMahon.
does everybody hate Vince McMahon in real life?
No.
Do you guys hate Vince McMahon?
Yes, I know.
No.
Because of
Hate is
him,
a
they
very
have.
strong word for Vince McMahon.
Dislike.
He's the genius behind WrestleMania, behind that.
Yes.
And he's a boss. You don't hate the guy that writes the checks, you know what I mean?
Once the video is running, so.
Oh,
He loves Vince
I
McMahon.
love it. He's responsible for WrestleMania. He should pay us more money too. I think, and also I think Vince McMahon is so smart that I'm sure he will have us do a show here in Singapore.
Yeah.
John, just give you a title shot, that's all.
And give me a title shot.
Yeah.
What else?
Okay. Let's ask the diva. Okay, just to update us, what else can we look forward to? I mean, in the coming months, is there anything special happening for anything from John or Melina?
Title shot.
Yeah, hopefully a title shot.
Melina's got some new ring attire that I think is very interesting.
Woo!
I'm not wearing a two-piece anymore. I'm wearing like a one-piece.
Oh man.
Is it the one that
Oh.
we saw at the recent?
It's like
It's a
Catwoman.
very tight, sexy
Catwoman.
cat suit.
Catwoman. Woo!
Superhero-esque.
Okay. Other than that, do you have any questions from the floor? Anybody? Yep.
What's
We
that?
have no idea who the Raw GM is.
Oh, who's the Raw Anonymous GM?
Yeah.
That is a very good question. Because
I could.
And I quote.
whoever it is, and I quote, I'm going to find them and beat them up right after I beat up our truth, my dear.
Okay. Who wants to come up and take pictures and get your thing signed? Come on.
Yay!
How are we going to do this? Are we going to move the table up? Okay.
You want me to take for you or you take for me?
Yeah.
It's fair.